What's going on, YouTube? It's Shot Callers Podcast back here with another video. Good morning to you guys. How you guys doing this morning? I'm doing this video bright and early in the morning, about 7:50 Eastern time. So let me know in the comment section how you guys are doing. Is your mental health doing okay? Something like that. Just let me know how you guys are doing. Seriously. But today's video, we're going to be discussing Lamelo Ball. It's plain and simple. I'm a huge fan of Lamelo Ball, and maybe it's a little because he's around my age. It's going to be my generation, and finally my generation is going to be growing up in the NBA alongside with me. I'm going to be able to watch that. So I'm a huge Lamelo Ball fan, and maybe it's because he got all that hype in high school. But hey, man, that hype is real. It's legit, and I'm ready to see the Charlotte Hornets really step up. And honestly, I think depending on the jump that Lamelo makes this upcoming season, they have the pieces to make the playoffs, to be completely honest. And I'm going to discuss that with the system in play, which I believe is at least really good for the regular season. We'll see in the playoffs. But I'll discuss that all in this video. So let's just jump right into it. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a beat. If this is your first time being on the channel, hi, my name's Kyler, Shot Callers Podcast. I upload daily NBA videos twice a day. I try to do. In the morning/afternoon, we upload my NBA takes on teams, players, GMs, etc., just on anything NBA. And then the afternoon/night, we go and discuss the evening games, basically, for any games. So with that said, let's just get right into it. So I'm going to bring up his stats first. Let's just knock that out of the way. Lamelo Ball averaged about 15 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. Really good for a rookie, by the way. He was a facilitating player. A lot of Lonzo Ball vibes his rookie year, and I think we all know that. He's a playmaker. He's a really good attacker of the basket. He's really good at attacking the rim. I don't know why I started there. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to phrase that. But really early in this rookie season, and it's due to his size and how quick he is for his size, he's really good at attacking the basket. And what I saw at the very beginning of the season was someone who was a little shy of that contact, which a lot of point guards go through early in that stages. But he has a really deadly floater game, and he's really developing it, which I'm really like to see, because if he's not gonna get to the free throw line at a high clip, he has to be able to develop that floater game and a crafty sort of inside ability. A player that it slightly reminds me of, not to the same degree, but D'Angelo Russell, where he's a crafty kind of player when he gets to the rim, and he tends to shy away from contact, which is why I think it'll cap his ceiling potential as a scorer. But at the end of the day, he's still a solid scorer in the NBA. As we all know, he averages about 20 points a game, so shout out to D'Lo. But anyways, it still concerns me, though, that I will bring this up. Because I'm afraid it might get a little too cute at times, whereas he's such a tall and lengthy player, especially at the point guard position. Just use that to your advantage, man. And he's a very underrated. He has underrated athleticism. I think that needs to be brought up too. He can put it on your head if you give him the drive. He'll dunk on you. Shout out to Lamelo for that. I don't know where that came from. I remember in high school, no, he couldn't even dunk. Really. But he can put it on your head if you're not careful. Ask Domantas Sabonis. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, another thing, we already know about his playmaking and his shot creation. I'm going to get to that too. His three-point shooting. So his form, just like the rest, like his brother, Lonzo, it's a bit quirky. And I honestly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my stance on it right now. Do I believe it'll last? We'll see in the future. He hasn't shown any signs on why it can't last. I don't think he's going to be some amazing three-point shooter, but above league average, I really do think so. He's that talented of a player, and he seems like he's comfortable with his form. And at the end of the day, you don't change someone that's comfortable enough, that shoots the ball well enough. You don't change that, especially if he's going to be a future superstar. So don't mess with LaMelo's shot too much. If he's comfortable with it, let him stroke that thing. Pause. And with that said, I do believe that he can get his attempts up to around 6 a game. I don't think that's crazy. 6 to 8 attempts per game this upcoming season. At least 6, though. On about 37 to 38% shooting from the field, because he's going to shoot his step-back threes. He's going to shoot off-the-dribble pull-ups. And a little size-up package off-dribble threes, as he should, because he's that talented of a player. You got to let him get his touches. So with that said, the playmaking, the court vision, the ability to make his teammates better than what they really are. That LeBron James factor. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. This probably is that was the most talented rookie passer last year that I have ever seen. And I think that's unfortunate because I never had to see Magic Johnson play. And maybe I'm just saying that because he's in my era. Someone leave it in the comment section below if I'm delusional for even saying that. But with that said, oh my gosh, this kid can pass. He can pass. The Miles Bridges and Lamelo Ball fast breaks, the Kelly Oubre fast breaks, the PJ Washington fast break, the Gordon Hayward dots. This Lamelo is going to be amazing. And the crazy thing about it is I'm such a big fan of him because I promised myself coming into his rookie season that I wasn't going to hype him up to the point where he was going to be overhyped until I really saw what he can do on the NBA stage. I thought that people were underrating the fact that he played overseas so that he was able to mature and play with a bunch of professional players for a few years before he joined the NBA. No matter on what level it ended up being, I think people were going to I was right about that, about how he was going to be able to mature and be able to handle an NBA locker room and see what it's like to be a professional. And I'm glad that the Hornets did not hesitate because of that, because of the fame, because of this kid persona, that how he got all his hype throughout high school. And honestly, the Hornets are reaping the benefits. They're going to get plenty of TV time. They're going to get a lot more revenue because of LaMelo. And it's basically up to him to perform this upcoming season, and he sure will. If you were to ask me a stat line, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for about 20 points a game, about 9 assists, 7 to 8 rebounds, throwing a steal and a half maybe if he's locked in on that side. It's not because I think he's some great defender, but hold on. I'll get to that in a second. But he's really good at reading lanes. He's really smart. One of the smartest rookies I've ever seen too. That's a fact that you cannot deny. He's one of the smartest rookies that I've ever seen and that you probably have ever seen too. His feel for the game, and he's lengthy enough that he could have half. We're not even that, but half a block. We'll say that. The defensive potential though, oh my lord. I mean, at a 6'6" to 6'8" point guard, your defensive potential is there. And a long wingspan, come on, stop it. The potential is there. It's more so a matter is, will their coach, who I for some reason can't think of, I just forgot his name off the top of my head, so I'm not even gonna try and pause this video. Will LaMelo lock in on that side of the ball? And honestly, I'm going to keep it a buck. He doesn't need to, and I know I've never really preached that on my channel because at the end of the day, I'm a defensive guy. I love defense. That's why I love Patrick Beverley, who people might hate. That's why I love Jimmy Butler, who people might hate. I'm a defensive guy. But LaMelo Ball, at the end of the day, I guess I understand the fact that if you devote yourself so much to offense, especially if this offensive system is going to be running through him, you might not be as motivated to bring it on defense every possession. I understand that there's 82 games in the season. You got to get it through. I understand that. But the defensive potential is there. He's laterally quick enough to do it. He's smart enough to do it. He's really good at reading lanes. He's really good at reading off-ball defense. It's more so, does he want to be that defender? And if he ever gets to that point, oh my God, look out. Oh my God, he could have a chance to be the best point guard in the NBA soon. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm at the age of who we have in the NBA. So we have Steph Curry. Throw in Luka at the point guard position because I consider him a point guard. Throw in Harden if you want to. Kyrie, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook. Players like that. None of those that I've really named are that great defenders, if you really think about that. Excuse me. And I know I'm a little sick, so excuse me. But it's, I don't know. It's, if you can find a two-way defender at the point guard position who is also an elite offensive player, who says that can't be the best point guard in the league? That's in the making for one of the best players in the game. We already consider Luka a top, 8 to 10 player? Top 8 player. I'd probably put him top 8. I don't think that's crazy. Some people have him top 5, matter of fact. That's in the making for a top 5 player. A lot of people consider James Harden top 5 at the time. He was not a two-way player. Who says LaMelo Ball in his prime can't get to like at least 25 points? Well, I think he can get up to 25, 27 points, but at least 25 points, average a triple-double, and bring it on defense? Stop it. Stop it. That's easily, if he's not a top player in the NBA, that's easily one of the most, if not the most valuable player in the NBA. At the point guard position at 6'6" to 6'8", who can defend and get his own shot and facilitate your team, and that's like a midi version of LeBron James, something that we've been wanting out of Ben Simmons, except he doesn't have it on the offensive side of the ball. I'm still a Ben Simmons fan, so let me act like I'm not hating on him, but yeah. So I just want to point that out there, guys. LaMelo Ball has the potential to honestly be a top 5 player in this league, depending on if he can bring on the defensive end, which I do believe he does. He had flashes of it last year. It's more so, one, rookie. Okay, get it. We'll give him some passes. He had a couple years. I'll give him some passes. But 2, just the build, the awareness. It's all there in the making. Now, let me stop hyping up LaMelo Ball so much to the point. Let me set an expectation, because at the end of the day, Charlotte Hornets are nothing but a playoff team at best. Okay? Now, Gordon Hayward's good. Love me some Gordon Hayward. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. I love me some Gordon Hayward. Kelly Oubre, underrated signing. Not the fact that I think Kelly Oubre is going to bounce back or anything from last season, which he should, by the way. Because if so, that worries me, because Kelly Oubre actually used to be a solid NBA player who I thought was underrated. But the fact that I think that he's going to fit really well with this system. They like to run and gun, throw it up to Miles Bridges, throw it up to Kelly Oubre. I think it really is deflating for a team knowing that, oh, shoot, we just had to deal with Miles Bridges. Those dunks, that deflating moment to where it gets the crowd hype in a home game. I think they're going to have a solid home record, by the way, just because of that matter of facts. We just dealt with Miles Bridges' athletic ass. We just dealt with PJ Washington's athletic ass. Oh my Jesus, we had to deal with Kelly Oubre's athletic ass. We had to deal with Kai Jones' athletic ass. I think Kai Jones is really going to get a ton of run. But Mason Plumley, by the way, I'm going to talk about him just for a little bit in a second. LaMelo Ball really knows how to feed his teammates, and he has a lot of athletic big men / forward that he can really help. And Mason Plumley, y'all might not know much about Mason Plumley. Now, I'm not going to hype him up as this godly center or anything, but he fits better than I believe Cody Zeller does, because he brings a passing ability that Cody Zeller never had. And I'm not saying Mason Plumlee is this insane passer or this great playmaker. I wouldn't say he's a playmaker. I think passing and playmaking is two separate things. But he's an underrated passer as a big man. I wouldn't, if you were asking me if he averaged about I'll say 4 assists a game. I think that's easily in the realm of possibilities. He's a solid rebounder. He can get his bucket, and honestly, he's an unselfish big man. He doesn't look to score at times, which he should do more. This video is getting really long, so I'm going to cut this short. But at the end of the day, James Bouknight signing, Terry Rozier is back. This Charlotte Hornets team, look out in the regular season. I think they're going to win about 45 games, which I don't think is crazy. I think it's going to be led by LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward. I think the fact that this team is really going to preach unselfishness, I think they're going to preach running, transition offense. I think that's going to be really good for the regular season, which is going to get them into the playoffs. So with that said, that's kind of my take on LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Simple as that. With that said, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a beat. And shot callers out.